Hello all, welcome to my channel, and today I'm going to show you how to assemble Kamado BONO grinder in specific, but you can use this method on a larger size and a slightly smaller size, medium size. So let's jump into this. Let's cut these off and get to assemble. Cut the straps off. Nice and easy, use scissors, knife, whatever you have. So, and let's have a look inside. First thing, when you lift it, there's going to be a manual. Take a look what's inside of the box. Oh, it's not easy. There you go. That's the manual. Sometimes this gets stuck to the top and you lose that, so make sure you find the manual. Lovely bright red colour. Be careful with the paint. Don't want to chip it while it's brand new. So there you go, people. That's your grill unwrapped. So inside you're going to find most of the internal this box of the screws and everything. So let's jump into this and let's show you how to start assembling properly your grill. Right, so assembly point, see how many parts is there. So the first thing we're going to start is have a look at what parts we have. So we've got legs, all the parts for the legs, and we've got shelves. We've got the fireboxes with the dual cooking system, and we've got some extras that comes with every grill included, which is you've got your ashtray, you've got a rain cover, all season cover, you've got a cookbook, ash tool, and you've got a ceramic chicken rack. So these comes as extras. You've got your manual, you've got the bag of screws, rubbers for the legs. So let's jump into what we're going to put on the grill first. Let's start assembly. So you're going to get standard tools included with the kit. Phillips screwdriver, this spanner, that for the wheels, 10 and 8 mil as well, and you get a 10 and 8 mil spanners in it. But I like to use my own little ratchet, which is a lot better. So the first thing I want to put on my grill is brake mechanism. So let's assemble that. So we take the brake mechanism, put it on, take some rounded nuts, put it on loose for now, don't tighten it. Get the other one, push it down a bit, that's your brakes. Almost installed. So what you want to do with the brakes is press them, then tighten it. So tighten your brakes while you got it pressed down. Don't over tighten it. There you go. So the second part we're going to put is a handle. Same again, handle on, rounded nuts, goes on, put the finger tight and then tighten it properly, as easy as that. There you go, we've got a handle on. So what you want to do is usually as a 2-person assembly because the size of the grill, because you don't want to open the lid and no one's holding it at the back, because the grill can fall over and cause some damages, and that will be your responsibility when assembling. because in the next step when we put the shelves on, I'll tell you why. So the next step will be put the shelf brackets on. So look for the opposite angles. So that means that's one side. So to do that, your 4 screws, put it on, but put the screws loose, because I will show you later why you're putting the screws on loose. If you tighten them now, you have to untighten them. So when you put that on, put this one on, do the same on the other side, and we're good to go on the next step. So as I mentioned earlier, you kept your brackets for the shelf nice and loose. So push them out, put your shelf on, find a perfect place for the shelf, and then tighten a little bit harder. Make sure it goes down nicely. Then what you want to do, just grab your spanner, tighten one nut on one side, one nut on the other side, take the shelf off and tighten the rest of it. What you want to do, test it again, sits nicely, take it off, because we're going to put them on at the very last. Let's do the other side. The right hand side, make sure that you have a shelf with the hooks. Put it on loose, try it, tighten the nuts, do the test nicely. That's it. So let's jump into the next step. So this is where the leg assembly comes in. What we need to do with these small pieces, we need to make a cross first. A cross like that. The shape one at the bottom, the flat one at the top. Put the screw in, put the washer, put the nut on, hand loose, just like that. We're going to come a bit closer. Screw, washer, and the nut. And that should look like that. So with the next one, grab one leg, hold that, put the screw in, that's it. Hold it, washer and nut. There you go. So what you want to do, repeat that on all 3 sides with these legs. I'm going to skip forward to that part. There you go. Hand tighten this. What you want to do is flick that upside down for the bottom cross to go in. So the next one is going to be is the flat one. Got to go to the bottom of these. You can see it, just like that. Screw from the bottom up with the washer and the nut. Jump on the other side, get a bit of grip. Nut on. Put the rest of the screws in. Repeat the process. So the rest of the cross, put it on like that. The shaped part facing you. Go under the legs. Same again. Screws from the bottom out. Just like that. Put the screws in the rest of the places and off you go. Make sure you put the screws in the middle part as well, because that's where the stability is. If you don't, your grill is going to fall over. Right, so when you have all your bolts in, so the next step will be screwdriver and a spanner, tighten everything. So what's the best way to do it? I usually put that on the side, hold it, put the screwdriver, that's it, do the middle parts, square it up a bit, nice and square. Do the same again on the top, make sure it's nice and tight on these, because that's the grill sitting on top of it. And what you want to do, just repeat the process on these screws all round. tighten all the bolts, and I'll see you in the next step. Put the wheels on. In the grill kit, you're going to get two types of wheels, one with the locks and one without locking. So what you want to do, take both the locking wheels and make sure you put at the front or one side, because that's going to be the front of your grill. So let's put the wheels on. So you're going to get the big washers and the big nuts like that. So you put the wheel on, put the washer and put the nut, and with that one you'll need that funny shaped spanner to tighten the wheel. That's it. The wheel is on. That's it. Your wheels are on. Flip on the other side. That's going to be the back wheels. Put it on, washer, nut, tighten it. Just like that. That's it. The wheels are on. Test it out. That's it. So as mentioned earlier, lockable wheels are going to be the front of your grill. Let's jump into the next step. 4 rubbers like that. To put them on so the grill is not rubbing direct onto the steel. So we're ready now to put the grill in, and to lift the grill in you need someone to assist, because that's about 100 kilos of weight, so make sure you get someone to give you a hand. So we're ready to lift the grill in. So the wheels are on, the frame is sturdy. So before you lift the grill, make sure you put the brakes on. The last thing you want to do is that sliding away. So to lift the grill in, you're going to need 2 persons. So as mentioned earlier, you need 2 people to lift this big beast. It's a 23-inch grinder, so it weighs a lot. Don't try on your own because you're going to break your back. So help. So when you're lifting, just keep an eye that you're lifting, your vents are in the middle of the frame. So if you're happy with that your grill is sitting in the center, just give a push down all around so it sits on the frame and it's not going to go anywhere. That's it. So now is a safe way to open the lid, because it's not going to go over. So whatever you do at the beginning when you unwrapped it, when you're opening the lid, not in the frame, make sure that you've got a second person holding it, because the weight of the lid is going to push the grill over and you're going to be crying because you damaged your grill. So basically the last step of the screws and nuts is the top vent. Slide it on, take them 2 small screws, undo them, put them through the holes, one side, through the other side, and then carefully open the lid to put the washers and the nuts in the inside of the lid. Take the screwdriver, take the spanner, do not tighten too much, because you tighten it straight away onto the ceramics. If you over tighten it, the ceramics will crack. So in a long use, just keep an eye on them. If you need a little turn, tighten a little bit up again, and they'll be always as good as new. So let's jump into the main inside assembly, which is, I think, the easiest part of all. So the next part is, as I mentioned, is to put all the insides in. So in what's included, you're going to get this ashtray, ash tool, ash shovel. So I'll show you how to put that together. Take the firebox, flip it, put it upside down, and squeeze the wings in a bit, push it in, and just leave it like that hanging. Don't worry, it's not going to drop. What you want to do, then flick it back over, and it's going to sit just like that. Let's put the firebox inside. When you're putting the box inside, your one hand inside the firebox, one hand is outside. Put it down, nice and careful. So we'll put the firebox inside, so you need to make sure that the airflow is aligned with the bottom vent. So open up your air vents all the way, and to be honest, with this tool, it's very easy to see if that is aligned straight. So put it in, take it out. If it's not catching, that is a perfect fit. So there you go. So on top of the that, you're gonna get a ash grid. Put that on. The next little step is put your firebox ring on top of the firebox, and that's basically ready now to start grilling. So the next one, I'm going to show you what else comes with the this grill. Right, folks, put the shelves on. Those are on. Your ash tool is here. So this accessory, as we've spoken before, clean your ash. Keep that inside. You want to clean your ash, pull it out, empty it, put it back in. But if you want some good sear, a lot of heat, remove that, and that's going to be a lot bigger airflow. Then you get your dual system cooking rack frame. You're going to get 2 deflectors, half moon deflectors, which is you can do then set up different cooking methods, but that's a different video for that one. There's 2 deflectors, 2 stainless steel grids. So that's your setup. Also in the set you will get a pot holder. In the set you'll get that, as I said earlier, ceramic chicken rack, your ash tool, and the actual cover, a Kamado BONO barbecue guide, 55 recipes, and obviously the manual. But the manual, we just explained everything. So hope this video helped everyone. Want to hear some feedback in the comments. Happy grilling.